Okay, we are live. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So, hope you're all doing amazing. Hope you're all owning your awesomeness. I'm stoked for today's topic. This has been coming up quite frequently. If you are here, please say hello. Let me know you're here. And also, again, if you're watching the replay. So, and I trust that you're all getting something from these Facebook Lives. Not that they're just like, you come on, you listen, go, huh, interesting, but you're actually put into practice. You guys that know me, you know I'm all about the implementation, where the rubber meets the road. So let me know you're getting something out of these, whether it's right now or just, I love the feedback that you guys are giving me. So I'm going to dive right in. I want to share this perspective because it's been coming up. I mean, it's just a part of the human condition, and it's a blind spot for so many of us. So I want to shed the light on this so it's not a blind spot, and we can transform it then, right? So as soon as you have that awareness, you've got a choice how you want to move forward with this. So what I'm talking about, the blind spot that we have is this idea that we have, not idea, it's our fact. We have split energy. So many of us have split energy. And it can be quite obvious, it can be a little more subtle. So what we're doing is we're saying yes to ourselves. So we're aligned to the truth of who we are. I'm going to go into this a bit more. But at the same time, we're also out of alignment because we're pointing the fingers and we're playing a little bit of the blame game. And don't take this like, whoa, I'm not doing the blame game. It can be really, really subtle. We all do it, and it's so subtle, and it can be such a subtle shift, but super powerful. So today's topic is kiss this low vibration, this split energy goodbye. Kiss it goodbye for good. So let's elaborate. So what I'm meaning by this is, whether it's my clients, your clients, family members, friends, colleagues, in social media, we see this idea, like, let's just talk about ourselves for now. We say yes to the life we want, yes to what we want to create or experience or things we want to have. We're saying yes to our lives. We're saying yes to our vision. Yes, I want to move forward. Yes, I'm the creator of my life. And this is alignment, right? We're saying yes to ourselves. But in this same breath, simultaneously, what's happening in our lives will point the fingers. Again, could be very, very subtly. We could point the finger in a certain area of our life and say, but this area of my life, it's not quite the way I want it because of him or her or them or that or government or the economy or the stock market crash, and it just goes on and on. So we're saying yes, but we're identifying a certain area of our life that isn't quite the way we want because of something outside ourselves. So if you're just joining us, say hello, let me know you're here. And what we're talking about is this a blind spot that we have with split energy. So our topic is how to kiss this low vibration goodbye for good. Okay? How to kiss this low vibration goodbye for good. So looking at split energy, how we say yes and no to ourselves. So let me know you're here. Hello, hello. So we're talking about how in the same breath we're saying yes and then no. And we're doing this because we're going, well, this area of my life isn't quite the way I want because of him, her, them, that, or whatever it is outside of us. And this is absolutely giving away our energy and our power. It's all of a sudden we go from high vibe, yes, 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 to low vibe. It's quite a contrast when you really look at this. And again, this can be very subtle, but it actually puts us in a bit of a victim mode. Sorry. And it can be subtle. It's not like, oh my gosh, everyone's so nasty to me. It doesn't have to be big and loud and obvious. It can just be very subtle. And that's what I want you to identify. And when we do this also, we're disconnecting from the truth of who we are, right? That we are the creator or co-creators of our lives. We're saying my life isn't the way I want because of something outside myself. And if I'm super bold, super blunt, this isn't a very conscious way of looking at our life. Right? It's not a very conscious way. If we really want to grow, expand, we want to take stock of this. Okay, so catch yourself. So I want to offer a different perspective. Rather than saying, this certain area of our life isn't the way I want because of my ex partner, or my family, or my teacher, or the economy, or whatever it is, right? Rather than saying a certain area of my life isn't right because of them, him, her, that, everything outside of ourselves, right? You hope you are thinking, and yeah, think right now of some scenarios that I'm going through this, right? Think of scenarios like maybe it's your boss or a landlord, or maybe you were a victim of the stock market crash, or a housing market crash, or a health pandemic, or whatever it might be, right? I'm not saying what people did or didn't do to you is right or wrong. That's not the point. I'm not giving people a free pass to treat us certain ways, but I'm looking at how we can look at this in a more conscious way that doesn't give away our energy and power, a higher vibration. So, it could be my family never takes me seriously, or my boss doesn't respect me, or my finances are crappy because my parents never taught me that, or, whatever. Like, just think of your situation, right? I can think of a couple right now. So just think of that situation for yourself. And I want to offer this perspective. When you have these patterns or triggers, right? Instead of viewing them as the perspective that someone else did something to me, right? Which is the low vibration. Here's what I want to offer. Here's the new perspective. Your soul has called these experiences into your life for your growth, for your expansion, for your evolution. I really want you to soak this in, because we just continually do what we've always done. We're always going to get what we've always got, right? We're just continually doing the same patterns. We're trying to grow, but then we're shooting ourselves in the foot because we're stepping back and going, yeah, but I'm not really fully. It's a yes and no. It's a split energy. So rather than pointing the finger, and of course, I'm just being a little facetious to give us an example, but we kind of go, oh, well, he did that or she did that. Like, really stop. Your soul has called this in. Stop the pattern. I say this with so much love. We all do this, but our soul has called us in for our expansion. There's so much freedom in this when you look at it with this perspective, right? If you're in agreement with me, give me some love. Give me something back here. This is huge. And I really want you to take it beyond this conceptual idea. Oh, okay, cool. Like the soul's calling. Like, really think about where you can call yourself out with love, right? So if we continually have people in our lives that tell us that we're not deserving, or we're not worthy, or we're not lovable, or we're this, that, or whatever, instead of saying, pointing that finger, this is my life because of that, them or him or X, Y, Z, whatever, we really want to take note. There is such an opportunity to shift this, such an opportunity. When we really see this for what it is, we rise above this crap, like rise above that. And we go, oh, I get it. Right? Not only do you move into a higher vibration, you're in alignment. You move into more alignment. There's so much freedom in this, so much freedom, huge perspective. Let me just see. I'm going on here. Just reading your comments. Yeah. Oh, I just saw, if you do tag people, if they're not already in the group, they won't be able to see it because this is a private group. But do appreciate you guys sharing the love for sure. So again, your soul wants you. You're drawing these experiences in so you can learn from them. So learn from them. Don't keep doing what you've always done, right? Always do what you've always done. You always get what you always got. I know you guys hear that from me a lot, but it's so true. We just stay in the habitual patterns, and we need to break that. And for me, I'll be honest, if I recall a while back now, but in my relationships, not just intimate, but family, friends, colleagues, I was such a giver. And I think some of you have heard me talk about being an overgiver, and a lot of women / business career women are overgivers. And I noticed that my pattern was I'd give and give and give, and I would get disappointed. And I mean, like, seriously, like, I was like, come on, really? And it's a bit of, I'm sure I was pointing the finger, right? But I was so in it. It was so real to me that I couldn't see it until I could. And that's what I mean by subtle. We're so in it. Because you could be sitting back listening going, well, I don't do that. We all do it. It's like, where are those subtleties? And so that's an example, is that I was always giving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously, I'm just always giving, like, but I was so in it, was so real. I just couldn't see that. And then I realized I was the common denominator. I was the pattern, right? So instead of calling them takers, which I don't know if I did, I'm sure I did, but I have to say, well, what does it say about me? It was my lesson to look at my stuff, to go, this is, I'm calling this in to learn what I need to learn, that I am worthy, I am deserving, I deserve to be received. I was so busy giving, I didn't want to be received, but I'm worthy of being received. That was my lesson. I was calling that in. So I could have stayed at that unconscious level, low vibration, always do what you've always done, always get what you've always got. But when I raise above that and go, oh, I see it for what it truly is. I am worthy of giving and receiving. I'm worthy of relationships that give and receive. That was my story. Your story might be something different, but there's always layers, right? So what needed to shift in me? So what needs to shift with you? There's so much power in this. So, and that if we don't see it, the patterns just get a little louder, right? We know that. So the split energy can be very, very sneaky, right? Let me know. Give me some love here. Are you with me? Just right with you, Janine, with you. Yeah, totally. Hey. Yeah. So let me know you're with me. This is making sense. And this is such a subtle shift. It's so easy to catch it, but it's continue to catch it, right? Don't wait till you hit bottom and go, okay, I'm so done with this pattern, right? I'm broke, or I'm divorced, or I lost my job and now I get it. Don't wait till that point comes, right? Catch it early. Yeah, with you. Perfect. Totally. Yeah. So the split energy can be sneaky. Where can you catch yourself? Where can you see it? Where you can say, oh, it's here for my learning, instead of my ex-boyfriend, ex-lover, employer, boss, landlord, friend, economy, right? List goes on, right? There's no lack of shortage who we can blame. With you. Yeah, with you, my friend. Back at you. So see where you can stop that pattern. See where you can notice that you're drawing in these experiences for your learning. It takes guts, right? It takes guts, and it takes a little more work when it's not loud, right? It takes a little more work, because the ego also will want to kick in. So tell the ego where to go. Your ego wants to keep you there, right? So rise above that. See it for what it really is. The truth is, we are creators. Please, I say this with a ton of love, do not create unconsciously. We never do that 24/7, create consciously, but try to be that conscious creator more than, see if you can just keep outweighing it a little more. So you're just going to find a ton of freedom in this. So I see this over and over in my programs, and I kid you not, and I've got like some very awake women in my programs, and I just finished teaching on something along this topic, and it's almost in the same breath or right after. It's such a blind spot where it'd be like they'll fall right into it. It's like, wow, right? Like, I just talked about it, but when we're in it, we can't see it sometimes. So it's a blind spot. So your homework, your implementation homework, is to go through the different area of your lives. Maybe it's right on the tip of your tongue, right there, right in front of you, where you go, I know exactly what my triggers are. I know exactly what my patterns are. It's my ex. It's my, one of my friends or certain family members. Like it might be right there. It's like, oh yeah, like tell me a, oh yeah. Let me know, like, is this like totally drawn a blank, or there's like an oh yeah? If you have an oh yeah, like I got something, give me some feedback, because it gives me an idea if I'm hitting home with you. For me, my oh yeah was like, yeah, in my relationships was like always giving. It's like I didn't see it, right? Then when you can see it. So give me an oh yeah. So your homework is to go through the different areas of your life. It might be right there. What patterns do you have with people or situations where you might do the blame game, right? Again, I say blame game. It sounds so harsh, but again, it can be very, very subtle. I'm not in my ideal weight because my mom fed me crap when I was a kid. I would I would have had kids. I wanted to have kids. I don't have kids. I was with this boyfriend for 10 years and he turned out to be, whatever name you want to give him, right? It's his fault, right? I don't have enough money in the bank because someone told me to do this investment and they were out to lunch and I listened to them, right? So it's like, don't give your power away. Stop the pattern, see it for what it is, let it go. This is how you grow. This is how you have more freedom. This is how you move into a higher vibration. Live with more awareness, choose to see through a different lens, right? But this is how you kiss that low vibration goodbye. So let me know, whether it's right now or later, as you go through this process, right? Notice. It's so easy to continue just doing what you've always done. But start noticing, because most of you that are in this group, you're pretty awake, pretty aware, you know what you want, you're moving through life at a very, elegant way, you're attracting things in your life. But where is the sneaky little sly stuff where you kind of go a little unconscious? That's your blind spot. That's what you have uncovered today, hopefully. So I hope this was helpful. And again, as always, I love the feedback. And I've noticed some of you, even just today in the comments, you've shared with some people. So make sure, if you do find this helpful, I love when you guys share the love. Just go to the invite button on this community, in the page, in the group, and just click invite. And follow up with a message to them, because a lot of people just get invites and they don't see them. So have a fantastic week. Please stay awake, aware, move into that higher vibration, and love to you all. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.